I'm Jason Chu, I'm 26 years old and I'm an audiologist. And what that means is I test and diagnose people's hearing from all age groups, babies right through to adults. We also undergo training with hearing aids and also cochlear implants, and there's also balance testing as well. I'm working presently at Monash Medical Centre at Clayton, so any day, depends on what the receptionist has booked in, I can see a range of patients. With the babies, we make them go to sleep and we put some recording leads on their forehead and behind their ears, and we'll just play some sounds through a little earphone. And what that does is a computer will record the electrical response and we can test their hearing from there. So they're totally asleep and that's all objectively tested. For the little ones, we'll ask a thorough case history and find out what the problem is. Then I'll look in their ears and see if I can see anything in there. Then we will do what's called a pressure test. So what that does is we just put a little plug in the patient's ear and that just blows a puff of air in there and sees how well the eardrums move. See if there's any congestion or any fluid that might be behind the eardrum or something that may be giving or cause a hearing loss. After that, we'll take them into the test room, which is soundproof, and for the ones that are 10 months old, we'll just place them in between two speakers and see whether they turn to where the sounds come from. Once they turn to where the sounds come from, we'll play a puppet, just encourage them to keep looking whenever they hear the sound. With the ones that are 3.5, we'll play a game with them. So we incorporate a game and testing the hearing at the same time. So we'll train them to hear a sound, get them to put a peg or a marble into a board, let's say, and just encourage them to play the game that way. And in that one, once we put the headphones on, we can test each individual ear and find out what each ear can hear. With the adults, we'll give them a little button to push, and once they hear the sound, they just push the button as soon as they hear the sound. So they'll have to listen for the very soft sounds as well. So if they hear the soft ones, they still need to push the button. And we just check the whole range of hearing, so low pitch, middle pitch, high pitch, the whole lot, and see what their hearing is like. After that, I'll pretty much tell them what their results are, and if there's any further recommendations or what needs to be done next in order to rectify their hearing. Oh, well, the things I love about my job is the diversity it entails. I also like the interaction I get from the kids and the parents. That has the human aspect to it as well, and also the excitement of giving someone a hearing aid when they haven't heard for a while, and they haven't heard the birds sing, for instance, or their granddaughter or grandson speaking. So all that sort of makes you warm and fuzzy, I guess. But you can definitely there's definitely a lot of highlights in my job. In order to become an audiologist, you have to do speech pathology, or you have to do a Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Engineering or Nursing. And once you've completed your undergraduate course, you can apply to do a postgraduate course. I did a Bachelor of Speech Pathology first, and then once I finished that, I applied to do the Master of Clinical Audiology at the School of Audiology at Melbourne University. So yeah, I'd like to run a practice or even open up my own in the future, but I'm pretty happy where I am at the moment. You can always go into lecturing or tutoring or supervising students. You can do cochlear implants as well and work with cochlear implantees. Or you can do the diagnosis and the rehabilitation stuff as well. And so yeah, it's very diverse and you can always move within the field to do something else. The advice I would give someone interested in becoming an audiologist is ring up an audiology practice and they'll take you in and they'll let you observe a day and see what aspect you like, or whether just a general overview of the profession itself. I think that's a very good start. That sort of really got me hooked. I didn't honestly know what an audiologist was until I did my undergrad course. It's a relatively young profession, to be honest, but I'm thinking it's starting to get the recognition that it rightly deserves. Audiology is definitely in demand. There's no shortage of jobs at the moment. And I got my job before I graduated, so I had it all lined up. All the interviews are done beforehand before you finish, so they try to get you in quick smart. So it's definitely a good safe profession to come into. The interaction you get from the kids as well, it's always fun. It's not a boring job per se. I mean, you always have something going on and the kids always make it exciting. So yeah, definitely it's a fantastic job.